Okay, we're live now. So yeah, welcome everyone to
Woohoo!
session 14 of Fight Them in the Mountains, my MYFAROG campaign using the coming rule set. So, recap
Yeah.
recap last time, the party, you know, woke up at the Weirton branch of the ARM, the Appalachian Resistance Movement. You know, in prep, looking forward to the long journey down to Columbia, South Carolina, where they are hoping to raid an arms factory to arm the populace of at least the like the eastern United States. So the day before, they had been told that they had that a 18 wheeler had been acquired for them just for this purpose. So Joseph, the mechanic of the whole crew, goes out to inspect the 18 wheeler, and but the problem is they don't have none of the people in the party have any experience driving an 18 wheeler. So they go searching around the base for somebody who might know. They get the name of a man called Trevor Sparks, but he was on that morning's dawn patrol, so it'd be like a couple hours before they get to see the guy. So in the time being, Joseph gets busy in the non-sexual way, of course, in making kind of like I guess, be like a turret of sorts out of like an old moving trailer, like be dragged behind the actual the actual trailer of the 18 wheeler. So, in the time that he makes that go that makes that happen, Dawn Patrol comes back. They meet up with their man Trevor Sparks. He is they find out he's a Vietnam veteran who mostly you know drove drove convoys, and he seems to be a bit troubled by that, which not much of a surprise. War does that to people. So they have their pleasantries, and they start on their way with Joseph being in the turret and everybody else in the cab of the truck. Trevor at first seems kind of cold, I think, because Fernando kind of pissed him off a little bit, but he eventually starts warming up, and then things start to get a little interesting as once Trevor lights up his cigarettes and puts on the radio. It turns out that these cigarettes that he has are marijuana cigarettes, so things start to get a little bit mellowed out in the cab. Eventually, they stop to swap out people in the turret. They stop by the the railroad trestle that the Freedom Club had blown up not that long ago to conveniently, where they actually meet a couple members of the Freedom Club. They have a little brief conversation. They remind them that the Soviets have control of the city of Clarksburg, which is to the south of where they are presently located. But he recommends they take a little detour around the city that would take them to the highway, which would make their journey a little bit quicker. So, taking their advice, they start along this detour to hopefully avoid Soviet, confrontation with the Soviets. Unfortunately for them, the Soviets find them anyway. They come across a small, patrol of Soviets. The Soviets then, as they pass them, the Soviets turn around and start pursuing them. A brief skirmish occurs with only Will suffering any injuries after they dispatch subdue the Soviets pursuing them. They make their way to the highway, and that's where we are now. So I'd say it's probably about maybe 1-2 o'clock in the morning. 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sorry. Yeah, that's a long journey, but yeah, it's I'd say it's probably in the 40s because I think it's October now. I'm gonna say it's like a overcast sky, so things are looking a little extra gloomy in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains here. So, for those who are using Google Maps to see where they are, they are roughly located by the Meadowbrook Mall in Bridgeport, West Virginia. That's where they've entered the highway, which would be Interstate 79. So that's effectively where they are. So it's, as it stands, it's Will in the turret, being dragged behind, and everybody else is in the cab. I can only assume that it's still a bit reeks of probably not very good quality marijuana. Not that I would know what quality is, because I've never done it, but I believe Will has a light bleeding wound still, because I don't believe that was.
Yep, no, that's correct. I think I'm just sitting here losing 1 HP for every little bit. I think it's every 10 minutes for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, you're not.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not in danger of dying, but it would probably.
No, but it's not a good thing.
It's not nice to lose health. No, let's stop the bleeding then.
Well, yeah, you do have a radio to communicate between you and the people in the cab. So
yeah, I'll radio to everyone up ahead and just mention that they're no longer following us, but I'm pretty sure I got shot. Nothing major, but.
Mm-hmm. I was just wondering if we had anybody with medical training.
I know.
Maybe,
I don't.
Oh yeah, I don't either. I'm just wondering. Yeah, I'm gonna do this in character. Hey, Trevor, you got some tricks up your sleeve when it comes to injuries, or no such training? our
Well,
buddy here got a little
well,
bruised.
if it's a well, you know, I've seen some pretty bad wounds in my day. If he could, if he could maybe, a lot of times to like stop the bleeding, we just like take our thumb and just stick it right in the wound there, and then it's like
Yeah, sounds.
it sounds a bit
How didn't I think of that?
seems a bit barbaric, but you know, it's saved a lot of people's lives, just, you know, making sure they don't bleed out. But if you
Yeah,
guys,
let's hold something against the wound.
any of you guys got some bandages? If not, like we could probably make some out of like
Yeah.
some.
I got some rags that were quite clean, but we could maybe fashion some kind of a bandage from that. And so I'm gonna pull out a couple of these rags and
Okay, so
just give them to Will. And
yeah,
I don't want to kind of check for
we're gonna
healing
say,
because I have a bad feeling.
we're gonna say that yeah, Trevor kind of pulled off to the side, so that you can like get out and
Yeah.
try and treat those wounds.
I
As it turns out, you know, let's see. Yeah. He does have a little bit of medical training. I think that's probably just a bit of a requirement for kind of work that he did. So not much. It's just like, I think it's like untrained. It's like, was it like minus? It's not -5, is it?
It is
It's
minus.
actually,
Yeah, it is -5.
Oh,
but it's fine because we've got like somebody with positive intelligence, maybe.
I don't think I have positive intelligence. Come to think of it, or I do. I have one
That's
intelligence.
actually a little bit better.
I think Will does
that's
not. No,
more-
Will does not. Will has 11 for his intelligence. He probably drank it all away.
Nice.
all right. So
Well, not nice, but nice.
so Trevor.
He's just character's built accurately.
Yeah, Trevor's gonna, you know, run back and he's gonna go with the guys and he's gonna try and patch up Trevor wherever he got shot. So I'm gonna roll for healing.
Oh man, should be fine, right? Bad feeling about this.
That's an 11. So it doesn't, you know, heal, but I don't think it necessarily
doesn't do anything, I guess.
Yeah, it really effectively did nothing.
Yeah, I don't think it heals HP, and I don't think it reduces bleeding. So I think it's like treated the wound, but it's not. It's still bleeding through.
It didn't stop it.
Yeah.
Well,
he's
just
he's
maybe
kinda-
hold
he's
like the bandage there.
Yeah, Trevor's just kind of trying to, you know, do it. He's kind of mumbling on his breath. He's like, yeah, it's been like so long since I've done this. Like I'm a bit rusty. So, if any of you younger
okay.
folk, you know, want to give it a try, be my guest.
I'll give it a whirl.
Oh, okay. I'm actually hoping for the best right now.
All right, that is a 9.
It's effectively the same thing, you know.
Yeah. It's a dangerous roll. I think we should find somebody that's trained or very good at it. Oh, well, do we have like a rate to do the? Can we radio for the? Can we use the radio to get in touch with the Freedom Club?
The Freedom Club?
You
Probably
mean the?
not. Like
You know what I mean,
I
right?
would feel that
No?
I would feel that they would be opposed to that sort of you know,
Healing.
not necessarily
Oh, to
healing.
radio
It's just,
technology, yeah, of
the
course.
technology
Oh yeah,
part
the
of it.
technology.
So,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Hmm.
you guys aren't
Huh.
far away, but
I think by the time we
considering
get
like
there, it's
you're on
probably
the
gonna stop.
highway, it would be really difficult for you to turn around.
Hmm.
So what
Well,
we
let's
could
just.
do, I'm thinking, is I remember in one town we were in that the United Nations peacekeepers were in de facto control of. There was still a
Martinsville.
functioning hospital.
Yes, that's in New
Yeah,
Martinsville.
So I figure if we just keep driving, we will eventually either find a medical professional or the wound will stop bleeding on its own.
Yeah, because let's see. Let's get a rough.
Yeah, the wound will stop probably
It will
by the time we
stop.
get there. That's quite a lot.
Let's see. Because
Well, if it does stop, then he can heal on his own.
yeah, it will take you about like roughly like an hour and a half from where you are now to get to New Martinsville, if you were to want to do that, or as you were. So you're just gonna try and find like any sort of like medical facility or anybody to like maybe
Hmm.
patch up.
Yeah.
I think that's wise, but then if the bleeding stops, then if he rests for a night, he'll regain some HP, right? Because that's how it works, I think, regaining hit points. So maybe we should just I don't know.
So basically you wanna just like let the bleeding stop naturally and
I
hope for the
think
best,
if
basically.
it takes an hour. Yeah, well, if it takes an hour and then he rests for like one day, then we just take it easy for the next day, maybe. But
Yeah. So if that's what you want to do, like so.
well, it's up to the wounded to decide, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm good to. If it's going to take us an hour to get anywhere, hour and a half, we're basically going to lose the HP regardless. So we might as well just carry on.
Yeah.
For the game's sake, I mean, Trevor has treated the wound, so I imagine it's somewhat bandaged, but
It's bandaged, but you know,
it's still bleeding through.
It's still bleeding through, but you're not,
Yeah,
like,
maybe
making-
perhaps we should keep you safer.
Yeah.
Does someone want to switch out the turret then?
Yeah.
And I'll just
Yeah,
take like a seat in the back.
Yeah, you'll probably
Sure.
going off of a rotation. Joseph already went. Yeah, Will is wounded, so he's gonna want to swap out. So I guess it would probably
Right, here
be
comes Fernando, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm not high anymore, by the way. I'm totally sober right now. So I can handle the turret.
That's what they all say.
Right. I think I'm good, but I'm hoping we don't see any more foes along the way, but you never know. Well, I guess onwards with the kind of direction we're going to.
Yeah.
So we want to fight them in the mountains, but we're on Meadowbrook, did you say?
Yep.
That's like a...
Yeah, we are like at the on the highway by the
you said
Meadowbrook Mall
yeah.
in Bridgeport, West Virginia.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like just south of
Mm.
that. So.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah.
So.
I see it on the map. So is there any like people in there? Well, I guess they are, but they're probably enemies, right? The enemy, the
possibly
enemies.
There could be people in there. There could be no people in there. It's I'm just pointing that out as that's a landmark that's nearby the location where you are.
Hmm. What's the best thing to do?
Well, as you said, regardless if we backtrack to the hospital or whatnot, you know, Will's still gonna the bleeding will have stopped by the
Lose
time,
yeah.
and he
Yeah.
will have lost the HP
Well,
anyway. So we pretty much
we
just
were going
decided that we're just gonna let
to.
the bleeding stop on its own and just let
Mhm.
Will take it easy a little bit.
Okay, well, we got the driver. Let's keep driving, I guess.
Yeah. So
I'll just. Do we have any like binoculars or any kind of like sights?
well, you have your rifle scope at least.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I'll use that to scout ahead of us and behind us just to see if we're being chased or not. So that's my action for being on the turret.
Yeah. So
And that's about it.
Right now.
So I'm gonna try and look around, and you tell me if I see something. Okay.
Okay. Well.
Do a roll, I guess. Oh shoot! I think I lost your voice there.
Yeah, I can't hear
Did
you
say
either.
something?
Okay. I don't know.
Oh, now I can hear you.
All right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why, for some reason, this microphone likes to cut out, and then I just unplug and plug it back in. At least it's not as crazy fix. But anyways, so what did you roll? For
Oh no, I didn't type because I didn't hear your. But I guess I'm rolling for.
Yeah, you can roll for it. That's what I said.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would like to take a look around and see if there's any pursuing foes. I'm not very spectacular at it either. Okay, I don't know if 6 is the result with.
Yeah, you
maybe
definitely don't notice any potential pursuers. You just kind of basically notice just how almost unusually quiet it is, especially for being on a highway. It's almost deserted. It's like you don't see any cars going up or down this highway at all. Maybe one every
good
so
news.
Often.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say? I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say good news, guys. Good news. I think those were just like a little scout car, and we just bumped into them rather than anything. I'm not sure if we should go and check the vehicle, but I'm also of the opinion that we're kind of trying to get to right where we're headed to. Was it Carolina? Was it?
It's Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Columbia, South Carolina. Yeah. Well, if we're going there, I guess maybe it's best not to go back and not to look back even at the car. It's probably damaged and useless anyway. So.
Yeah, we got a long way to go, and
yeah, let's do it.
All right, so obviously you've swapped out with Will. You're now in the turret in the back. You've scouted around. You haven't seen anybody, so everybody just kind of piles it. Everybody else just piles into the cab, and we are now on our way again. As you pass, pass by, you're just east of the city of Clarksburg. But every so often you will see and hear what sounds like Soviet propaganda just being blasted from some unknown location, but you can just hear like something being played over a loudspeaker. You're just blasting either just like propaganda or like just like Soviet like military like music of some sorts.
Katyusha.
Yeah, you will you do pass by like a few like commercial and very few like industrial settlements, but mostly commercial. Probably most of the industrial settlements have been vandalized or destroyed by the Freedom Club, but some have been kept around, probably by the Soviets to obviously for their own benefit. But as you drive, you can kind of look off to the side and you can see people walking around, and I don't want to say it necessarily seems normal, but it does just kind of like remind you of the days of the days before the invasion.
Mm-hmm.
So you're passing by now a bunch of those, and then you pass by a few more, residential buildings, and then it just just turns into like woods on either side. So let's see. Let's see what all happens here. There it is. Okay. And 6. Okay. Okay. So.
Okay.
About. You are passing by. You were about to pass by a settlement called Jane Lou, and you on the side of the road, it appears to be like a police car, just kind of parked on like the what would you call it? It's kind of like a little turnaround that like the every so often, at least in, I don't know how it is in like the UK, but in the United States they have like these little turnarounds that the like cops kind of like sit by. So you
turn around. What's that? What is it? Turnaround.
It's like the highway median. There's like a way to jump from the one like ongoing to or north south.
Yeah. So
I see. Okay.
You pass by that,
Okay.
and there's
there's totally stuff like
what
that,
looks to be a police car there, and as you pass by that, the police car pulls out behind you, and it like follows, runs up right on you, and the lights go on and the siren, of course.
Okay.
Joseph
So I'm
says.
just gonna. Yeah.
Joseph
ahead.
starts hiding his gun and starts telling everyone else to do the same.
Yeah, Will's gonna mention to
I'm gonna.
to our lovely driver to ditch his weed.
Yeah. I'm gonna like over the radio. I'm gonna inform Fernando that he should probably send. So like the way the trailer is, the fighting platform that I created. So there is like a lip around it, so you can kind of duck under it, hopefully not be seen. And there's a mattress in it, so you can put your gun into that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide the gun, but okay, I'm gonna lay down for now. But I don't know. Yeah, we don't know what's going on, so I guess you're right. I like that. I'm gonna follow that advice, and I'm gonna. I had different things I was thinking, but I'm gonna actually do what you said because I think that's good. So I'm just gonna hide. So I'll do my stealth roll.
Yeah,
I guess.
Roll for stealth.
So here's my stealth roll, which is actually governed by, I think, dexterity, which I'm very good at. So I've got +1, and that's altogether. Oh, and it's trained.
You also okay. So I be trained because it doesn't have a penalty for being untrained.
Yeah, but I also trained at it, so I get +3, so it's 15. So I'm hiding with a 15 mod, with a 15 result with a +3 mod. So
okay, I would say that you. I'd say that's a success. Like you kind of you pass by the that cop car, and you kind of like just see that it's kind of pulling out. You kind of duck, and you start kind of taking cover because like obviously he's gonna try to pull you guys over.
Yeah.
Is Trevor Sparks pulling over, or does
he is pulling?
Or should we?
He's pulling over. So
I'm a little weirded out by this because, like, is this the one city where law and order has still survived?
I think so.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say on the radio. I'm gonna say I think you're right thinking that. If you ever said that out loud, anyway. But I
probably
think
said
I've got
that
the same idea.
I probably we've probably gotten into the habit where if we're gonna say something that needs to be heard, we probably use the radio just so everyone can hear it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then you'll hear a response that says, "I think you're right. I think this is definitely one of those places where there's still some kind of order."
Good for them.
Okay, so
let's just see.
One probably about a little bit after the like a couple minutes later after you pull over to a stop, the man, or what we assume to be is the police officer, steps out and he walks up to the driver's side of the pickup truck, and he starts talking to Trevor, basically asking him, what he what he's doing and like why he's where he's going in such a hurry. Is like he's basically saying that he caught Trevor speeding.
Now, how occupied is the officer with his talking to Trevor?
Um, I'd say he's pretty occupied. As far as he know, he doesn't. As far as they know, he doesn't know. That the three of you are there. And he starts asking about like the weird, funky trailer that's being towed behind it.
Yeah, officer, if I were you, I'd get a look at that really quick. We got something interesting in there. And then, like, does he kind of go towards the trailer?
Yeah, he's gonna walk. Yeah, he's gonna like start walking back, and he's gonna go walk, like behind the trailer. Now,
I'm gonna radio to Lubin. I'm gonna radio to Lubin. Get your gun. We're gonna interrogate this guy.
Okay, I've got my gun already because I already heard prior to that.
And I'm gonna hop out and run around the front of the truck and brandish my MP40.
Okay. As you're stepping out of the truck, make a perception roll.
15.
Okay.
Sweet.
Are you like following the guy, or are you coming out the opposite side to kind of like flank him?
I'm coming out of the passenger side door, then going around the front and going around the front.
Oh, so you're going around the front of the truck and getting behind him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you walk out of the you step out, you happen to look out towards like the hill, like because the highway is kind of elevated above like the rest of like the terrain. It's kind of like mostly just like farmland, but you happen to glance out there and you see like 6 men, walking up, kind of like climbing up this hill, and they're all armed. Like some
all right,
of them.
Joseph, have I been spotted yet by the policeman?
I'm gonna say no.
In that case, I'm gonna put the MP40 over my shoulder like I was never brandishing it, and say, "Hey, officer, you know those guys?" and gesture in that direction.
So as you mention, these guys, the officer is going to pull out a pistol and he's gonna train it in your direction.
Hey, what the hell?
Oh shit.
You know those guys or not?
It's like, oh, I know those guys, says the officer, and he walks up to you. He still has his pistol. It's actually a revolver, trained on you, and he's it's like, and they all work, and they're all working for me, or we're all working together.
It doesn't look like a police issue handgun. On whose authority are you pulling us over? Your mic cut.
You're being pulled
Yeah, may
you're being pulled
I
over by
ask a question?
southern discomfort. We we uh we uh we run these here parts, and anything you got in here, we're taking it.
Lubin
Oh,
had
so
a
this is a little
question.
okay.
What's up?
Yeah, I had a question for Mythmaster. I'm just curious if I hear any of this over like the walkie-talkie or whatever we got, or just because it's loud, or can I even hear that conversation? Because
I
I
would
feel
say
like there's a
since
lot
you
of
guys,
clamor.
the both of them, like they're out in the open, they're probably close by. Yeah, I'm gonna say you'd probably be able to hear it.
Yeah, right. But I mean, I'm hidden, right? I
You
just
are
wanna
hidden. Like they haven't
yeah, I'm
spotted
gonna
you.
jump out. I'm gonna run out of my spot, jump, and try and knock this guy unconscious with the blunt end of my gun. So
you're
it's
gonna
like a jump kind of hit. Yeah.
You're gonna like hit him with like
Just kind of
the stock.
yeah. But for extra like impact, I want to kind of take aim and as I'm falling down, have like gravity as well as my arms, hit him down over the head, so it knocks him out.
Okay. Make a melee attack that you should be at an advantage because essentially you're. Well, actually,
Yeah,
let's have you make a stealth roll for that.
He doesn't know I'm there.
Let's have you make
a stealth. Okay.
Let's have you make a stealth roll for that.
I hope I don't
Should
make
he
a lot of
get?
noise.
Should he get like something like a positive mod to that stealth roll because the guy is pretty engrossed in our conversation?
Yeah, that sounds
Perhaps.
fair. He's pretty much,
I already got a +3, so I've got maybe +6 or what?
Yeah,
or
let's say
+5?
that. Let's say that. And
+6, okay. Okay, that's higher than my other one, actually 16.
16, yeah, he doesn't notice you.
Jump out, yeah, cool. But now for my attack, maybe.
Yeah, make
I need to roll a melee
attack, and
cool.
you should get an advantage to that too because it's a sneak attack.
Yeah, and I also got melee trained. Actually, yeah. So I got a +2, and it's a strength check, which I also get. So I got a +3 at least, and then you said I get an advantage. How much is my advantage? Plus how much?
I believe like the guy's DV is like it's like a third of the DV.
Oh, his DV. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just his DV. Okay.
It's just his DV. So.
Oh man, I actually critically fail with this. I got to roll on one natural one, and +3 makes it 4.
So are we going to? So there is a rather obscure rule in
actually,
the MYFAROG core book.
Yeah.
That you can, if you fail a check, you can spend, like you can use your willpower.
Oh, the power of will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it allows you to succeed, right?
I think it's like it allows you to like roll like an extra die to that.
Let me check.
Maybe that was like something I haven't used in so long. The power of will.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever used that either.
So.
But I otherwise, if I don't get like that power of will roll, and we stick with this one, that's a bit.
So what was
shitty.
your total actually?
4.
Natural
1.
Natural 1. Well, technically, like a third of his DV with that would have actually been a near miss. By chance. So,
God damn it.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give this to you and say, yeah, you get a near miss. Like you don't, you're not gonna fumble. So, you do hit the guy, but you do half damage.
Well, at least he's shocked that I'm behind him, I guess. So I guess damage is like a club or something. D3
Yeah, I would say
for damage.
like a club. It would be equivalent to like a club.
Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I did 2 damages there.
Like,
If we're sticking, yeah, we're sticking with that, right? Or we're not. I'm still not sure.
so you did 2 damage.
Yeah.
Like that's like after the
Yeah, I wanted to. I'm just gonna be right back because I want to get some something. Okay. It'll
Okay.
be like 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I think. Oops. There we go. Hey, sorry for that.
No, it's all right.
So I've got everything now. Just back.
So you
So
you do 2
yeah,
damage. Now roll cut and shock for this guy.
yeah. I hope I knock him out. That was 3d6, right?
3d6 for both.
Okay, so for cuts, totally not a cut, and for shock would be totally not a shock as well. So I don't achieve a cut or shock, unfortunately.
Okay,
And how much damage did you do?
2 damage.
I did only 2, which is very miserable, but I just had a very shitty roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
So we're probably not going to get a critical injury. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you successfully snuck up behind him, but like, just like for whatever reason, like you couldn't get like even with like
Yeah,
your,
he moved in the last second.
say like he moves in like such a way that like he he doesn't get like the full power, but like you you hit him with like the stock of your gun, and he like kind of goes to like turn around to like see like who hit him. He's still got his revolver in hand.
I would have been able to use the will rule, but it's done now.
Yeah.
So I guess it's okay. I'll just keep it for another occasion. My power of will.
All right.
I choose not to use it for this instance. I'm gonna keep it for another occasion because we already rolled with it.
Yeah, we're just kind of rolling with it. So as you hit the guy and he starts to turn around, those six guys that were coming up the hill that they had that were armed. They they jump the guardrail and they like surround you guys.
Ah, shit. Okay, well, still got my gun to my in my hands at least.
I'm going to put my MP40 against the officer's head, and I'm going to scream, "Everyone back, or he's fucking dead!"
And one of them is gonna like basically going to say, like, you pull that trigger you pull that trigger and you're both dead.
I'm gonna point to my. I'm gonna like. How close are they actually?
I'd say they're probably about maybe like 35 feet away.
Whoever yelled that, I'm gonna stare him straight in the face, point to my empty eye socket, and say, "I've been dead before. Have you?"
Well then, if you say what you're gonna do, then you'll be quite familiar with where you're going next.
Oh,
I know
okay.
where I'm going.
These guys
next.
see me as well. Did they
Yeah,
see me at all?
you,
Jump. Oh shit.
You're out in the open now because you hit the guy.
And what is he doing?
They're just, you got these 6 guys. They're armed with like pistols and shotguns. It's probably just like a
Cool. Well,
kind of an even split between them.
so it's 6 dudes, right?
6 of them, like plus the officer.
The officer, the would-be officer. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna point my gun at the guy that's pointing a gun at Joseph.
They're all pointing guns at Joseph.
Oh shit. Well, fuck. Okay. I'm thinking, but their guns are pistols or
Pistols and shotguns.
Shotguns.
So it's like,
and how many are shotguns?
it's about like half and half. So
Yeah. So 3 shotguns, 2 pistols. Okay. Well, I kind of want to take a chance and like do a burst before anyone does one, but I've got a bad feeling about this.
you're gonna try and mow these guys down like you tried to do.
I was thinking, what are the
FBI
chances?
guys.
I got an idea. So if they wanted us dead, right? If we were useful to them dead, rather, they would already be unloading on us. But since we have one of their guys, and like they have us surrounded, but we have one of their guys, so there's room to negotiate here. We can at least figure out what they want.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll hold my bloodlust for now.
All right, what do you bastards want?
We want power. If you guys obviously know that let's all face it, the America we know and love is dead. So it's a dog eat dog world out here. And we're the ones eaten, not being eaten.
The only thing you'll be
Fuck's
eating
sake,
is those
man.
words.
I'm gonna say as well, I'm gonna say, fuck's sake, man. What the fuck are you doing? Do you think we're some kind of an enemy? We're
What have we
also
got
just
that
trying
you
to
want?
survive.
Well, the thing is, we saw you guys driving down this here road that we call ours, and that big semi truck. Not too many of those drive down here these ways anymore. So we figured.
So you want the
you
truck?
guys got something we want.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, we do have something you want. We've got a line on the factory that used to produce all of the Army's machine guns that were in service. Now, we are here to take as many as we can fit in this thing, go into the American interior, and arm as many people as we can. That was our mission. Now, you can either help us, or we can see who wins in a firefight.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure none of us are gonna be going out of this conflict as winners.
Let's see if this guy is. See if this guy is moved.
While I see him thinking, I'm gonna be like, think of it. We're gonna be the people they build statues of when the U.S. is restored. You want power? I'll give you power. You want to be the president? You can be the president. I don't care.
That's a mighty fine proposition you've got there, you Sonny. So, if you are, telling the truth about where you're heading, we'll accept your offer. But if we find that you've been telling tall tales, we'll be hunting you down and claiming what you owe us.
Sounds like a fair deal to me. Let's shake on it. And I'll stop. I'll just sling my MP40 over my shoulder and approach him.
Yeah, I'll keep my aim on all of them simultaneously. In case somebody tries to do something. And this escalates, which I hope doesn't.
Okay, so you're gonna walk up and go and shake hands with this guy.
Yep.
And just as you you're about to shake hands, you see from the other side of the highway 6 more men jump the guardrail and point guns in your direction. They're probably.
Now, speaking of power, who are they?
What's up?
I said, now speaking of power, who are they? I'm going to ask him, the guy I'm talking to, whose name I will have to get eventually.
So before this guy can even answer you, one of these guys fires a shot that whizzes past your it misses you by quite a bit, but you hear the bullet whiz like fly by.
From which direction?
It will be from.
Do we know?
You see 6 more of these guys from your direction. They're probably you got a fair amount of distance.
Behind me.
It's almost 100 feet away. Because there's quite a gap between the two sides of the highway.
So they're kind of sandwiching us, I would imagine.
Yeah, they're trying to, at least.
Oh well, that's not a good position strategically. But I'm gonna shout. Calm the fuck down.
All right, now what are these
Stop
guys?
shooting.
They're more of our men.
Well, you're gonna have to tell them to
Yo,
sit.
tell your men to calm the fuck down.
Okay, so yeah, the guy that you're talking to, he's gonna like turn to the guy, especially the guy that fired the shot, and just like shout at them to like this stop.
All right, and then I'm going to extend my hand for the guy in front of me to shake it, and I'll say, Joseph Breckenridge, at your service.
Clayton Curtis, and he takes your hand.
All right, now you guys got vehicles?
We've got a few vehicles. As you see, we've taken this here old police interceptor. Many of us, just have like our old. Most vehicles that we have are just our old pickups that we've had before this here invasion.
All right. I figure if we have the police interceptor and the Vanguard, and then however many pickups we're going to need trailing behind the semi, that is, that'll be the best formation to travel in.
So you're just gonna have like a big convoy being led by this semi.
Being led by the interceptor, actually.
Okay. So
I think that would, especially if like whenever we go through a settlement, we put on the police lights, that'd give us some authority,
Yeah, considering people are used to that kind of noise.
okay, so they Mr. Clayton Curtis, he's basically he agrees. He basically says, "Yep, we'll definitely give you a hand here if you're gonna give us a hand." So let's all get all of our men here to bring their here pickups here, like down this way, and we'll escort you down.
Sounds good.
So
Well, I think this is going better than I hoped for.
okay, so
I'm kind of saying that to myself.
And then when we all pile into the semi, I'm going to turn on the radio for whoever's in the back, and then say like aloud, and just so you know, that guy is not going to be president.
I couldn't care less. But I'm just happy we didn't get our heads blown up.
Yeah. Trevor's basically gonna say that's some mighty fine negotiating you did there, Sonny.
Thanks.
Yeah, I totally could have gone.
If things had gone
Very
south,
badly.
if things had gone south, me and Will might have been able to give you a hand here, but glad we didn't have to.
Yeah, Will's just in the back holding his grenade.
Oh my god, yeah.
I wasn't
We were
close enough.
vastly outnumbered. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm glad that went better than anything we could have hoped for. So, nice job, guys.
Give everyone like high
Jeez, I
fives
did.
and such.
So
Man, I was thinking I'm gonna like knock out this guy, but then all these guys just came out of nowhere. Jeez, fuck.
So, you guys, you stay put. The guy, the officer. So what? So have you let this officer go now that you've made your agreement?
I would think we probably have.
Okay, so
Yeah.
He was, as we say, just following orders, after all.
so
Huh.
with the crowds of people, they disperse, and they disappear back into the woods, and probably about within like a half hour or so, about six pickup trucks run up behind you. Well, they don't run up, but just like they pull up like behind you guys, and they're like almost all of them are like lifted pickup trucks, and some of them they've got like the Confederate flag, like flying behind it, just like your stereotypically like obnoxious like they made their trucks more American, we'll say that.
That's ironic, given that West Virginia was not part of the Confederacy, and in fact split off from the state of Virginia at the beginning of the Civil War.
Yep, that's the truth. But you got states that were never part of the Confederacy. You got people still flying those things, but
Yeah.
I digress. So you got 6 of these.
It's just a flag.
6 of these pickup trucks now behind you. Yeah.
I'm glad we look more menacing to whoever might see us. The stealth factor is definitely not a factor anymore, because we're going to be making a lot of noise and a lot of impressions on anybody that sees us with such a big following of cars. But I guess that's part of the image we have now.
Yeah. So now that everybody's it's all they've all shown up. The Mr. We're gonna say Mr. Curtis. He's gonna get into the police car, and he's gonna he's got a radio in the car, so he's gonna radio out to you guys that they're ready when you are. So
I'll let Trevor make the call on if we're ready.
Trevor being in the military, he's still a bit apprehensive, but you guys have obviously say that you've made a deal, so he goes along with it, and he puts the pickup in drive, and slowly starts making his way back down the road. And let's see.
And so we're back on
We're back on the road.
yeah. Okay, I can take a big sigh of relief.
So
That was a close call. Let's
so
see
everybody
how far we got to go.
everybody's back. Everybody's in the truck now. Is that what we've gone on about now that
Yeah.
we have the rear covered.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, actually, I think Joseph will take the back just because. So, while we do have the rear covered, if we were to actually get into a firefight, it would be helpful to have someone in the back because we've only got 2 windows in the front to fire out of.
true. Okay, so
Yeah, well, I don't see anybody to shoot right now, except if something shows up. So I suppose we're fine. Nothing to worry about too much right now.
Yeah.
yeah, so right now, it's just smooth sailing, and bear with me, I'm trying to figure out where you guys are gonna end up in about a couple hours, because
Yeah. Ooh.
Some good parlaying there, Mr. Breckenridge.
Thank you.
Certainly got the gift of speech.
okay, so about like 3 hours later, you are. Let's see. It's about. We're gonna actually we're gonna say it's probably more like maybe like 5. We say you guys have to stop for a couple reasons. To either like like take a leak or something, or you have to like replenish like your fuel somehow. So we're just gonna
Yeah, I
do a
just
little bit of a
replenished my
time
fuel.
jump. It's probably about like 8 o'clock at night, and considering it's about it's fall, so like the sun would have already set, and now it's getting pretty dark. And
Yeah.
Trevor's gonna be like, he's been driving for quite a bit, and now he's saying, I'm probably not gonna be I'm probably gonna want to get some rest.
Yeah.
I've been driving for quite a while now, so now you are now in the state of Virginia, the original Virginia, by the settlement called Rocky Gap. So it's
Rocky Gap.
quite a ways away from where you were.
Isn't that in Maryland, actually?
Not from where I am. Not from what I'm seeing.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. It's like just over the border from West Virginia and Virginia.
Okay.
So, as you are, conversing, Trevor's saying that he's gonna want to stop. You hear, Clayton in the police car ahead of you like curse something out loud, and if you look ahead, you see the police car that he was driving, swerving around, and you maybe see something kind of fly up into the air, and yeah, Mr. Clayton kind of spins out in the like he spins out in like into like the median. So
Joseph isn't seeing this because he's in the back, I'm sure. But you guys are seeing it, so maybe radio to him.
Yep. So no, we want to radio to them that our driver's getting tired.
Is it not more prudent that a guy that our Vanguard just spun out?
Oh yeah, well, they did. I
yeah.
didn't catch that. So
Okay, so
this guy lost control of his vehicle.
he, as far as you can tell, he somehow like lost control of his vehicle and he spun out of.
Oh. Well, maybe we should wait for him to regain control of his vehicle. Or something.
No, yeah. So he's gonna actually he doesn't move. He's gonna radio out to you guys, and he's like, "Can you guys give me a hand? I've fucking hit a deer."
Oh.
Have we slowed to a stop?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, obviously Trevor saw everything, so obviously he's Clayton was the head of the convoy, so he's gonna pull off to the side and stop after seeing the police car wreck, or at least spin out. So
Joseph will radio to him, on my way, and then we'll jump out and run up to help him.
Okay.
And say something to the effect of, our driver was, Trevor here, our driver was kind of looking to stop anyway.
Yeah,
and
this is kind of a good. Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna walk. You're gonna walk up, to the vehicle, and you actually walk past the. Yeah, you walk past the deer carcass. That or the freshly ended deer that, considering that you're probably driving at highway speeds, it's in, I mean, obviously it's mangled, but it's wasn't just gibbed, so, but you walk by this deer carcass and over to the vehicle that's in the grass and in the median of the highway.
First things first, you're right there?
All right.
He's like, yeah. Clayton's gonna step out, and he's like, yeah, just a little shooken up.
And then, does his car appear to have sustained any damage?
The front end is pretty, pretty dented in, but you could probably. It's actually, let me see. I had a table for this, for wrecks and everything. I just need to find it, in my D6.
It's okay. I just wanted to mention that I'm not there, like where this is happening. So if anything happens there, I'll be quite far away. I
Yeah.
guess.
So, you kind of look over it. The vehicle is drivable, but it is it's sustained some heavy damage.
Great.
So you don't see anything. You're just kind of hanging out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not there.
So I'm talking about like the guys in the truck. Like,
Oh yeah,
Fernando
I
and
said
Will.
yes out of reflex. I didn't.
Sorry, I should have specified.
Joseph just teleports back into the truck. I'm not there.
Yeah. So Joseph is he's conversing with Clayton to see if he's all right, and actually, so what's Fernando doing in the truck?
Well, I'm just getting a free ride.
And what
I don't know.
about,
Like I'm not doing anything particular. I
what
was
about Will?
in the turret of the back.
I feel like Will is probably just singing along to some Merle Haggard, and I'm sure Trevor's probably enjoying that too.
Would you happen to be looking out the window?
Yes.
Make a perception check.
Perfect. I will do so. That's a 10 altogether.
You look out the window, and you see the deer that had just been hit, and you could have sworn that the thing kind of like starts like moving a little bit, but you maybe think that it was like a traumatic death, and maybe there's just like some like some muscles twitching and whatnot. So you've probably seen your fair share of brutal things such as this, so you probably don't think anything different. Now, let's say Fernando's in the back, right?
Yeah,
in the
I'm just chilling at the
turret.
back.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm chilling in the turret.
Let's have Fernando make a.
But I'm a little disturbed, and I'm looking around, but I don't feel any kind of like.
Let's have
anything
Fernando
special.
make a perception check. Now take into account that
Okay,
it's dark
just-
out, so I think it's gonna make it a little difficult.
Oh well, you never know. I might get lucky.
You might.
No, I got a 6. That's not very good.
Yeah,
And
you don't
considering
notice,
it's dark,
you don't notice
yeah,
anything.
probably don't notice me.
You don't notice anything else. So
You said it was 8 in the evening, right?
yeah, it's 8 in the evening.
And it's October.
It's October, so the
What?
sun has already gone down. It's
Getting
nighttime
dark.
now.
Yeah, pretty dark. Well, I don't see anything. I'm blind as a bat.
So as Joseph and Clayton are kind of talking to each other, Joseph hears a sound, like a noise come from behind him, kind of like it sounds kind of like the bleat of a deer, but it's like something's a bit off about it. Did you hear me?
Oh, the deer. Something is off about it.
You're kind of you're talking to to Clayton, and you hear like behind you like it sounds like the bleat of a deer, but it's kind of like messed up and kind of like distorted sounding.
I think we should put that thing out of its
Can only mean
misery.
one
It
thing.
seems like it's still alive.
Yeah.
So you're gonna you want to like take your weapon and like off the deer.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna turn around and you see this. You're expecting to see the carcass. You're expecting to see this deer just laying on the ground, but it's standing up on its hind legs.
What the?
And
What the fuck is that?
it's standing probably about 7 feet tall, and it has like glowing yellow eyes. Its front hooves have like turned into like human-like hands that end in like talon-like claws. But it has like the head of a deer, with the it had a whole head of antlers, and and it's not moving, but it's probably about, I'd reckon it's probably about 30 feet away from where you are.
Yeah, it's certainly still alive, in fact. What the hell is going on?
So
I haven't seen that, but
yeah, you haven't seen it. Like,
creepy.
you haven't seen it. Let's see if Trevor sees it. Well, yep, Trevor definitely sees it. So you hear like Trevor goes over the radio, and he hears. You hear Trevor go over the radio in the open door of the police car, and you hear him say, "Boys, I don't know what the fuck that thing is, but I suggest you get the heck back into this truck."
Joseph
That's
just
Trevor
sort of
speaking, right?
bolts for the trailer and like sort of jumps in.
Okay.
And what about Curtis?
Um,
What about him?
Yeah, Clay is gonna follow. This thing is going to
It's creepy.
let out this bleat, but it's kind of like also mixed with like this like a sound of like a woman screaming, and it
Oh my god, it's getting worse.
it takes off after you at this almost like inhuman speed,
Oh
and
my
it's
fucking
gonna
God.
try and attack Joseph.
Oh man.
What is your DVME for Joseph?
That'd be 12.
Okay, it's gonna hit. It's gonna be 12. It's gonna be damage plus 1. And okay. Okay. It's gonna do 4 damage. see. What would be cut and shock would be more like cut. You have a light bleeding, and for shock 6. No shock. So you're Joseph is trying to book it to the like the trailer. So you're talking like the little turret that you made. Is that what you're going for? Like where?
Yeah, that's where I'm going for.
So yeah, you're like absolutely like pelting it towards this thing, but you feel this thing like swipe at you with its claws. It gets you right in the back, and it's like
Oh, and
trying
so
to,
that
like-
was 4 damage. So that is not quite a critical injury, but if it was 5, it would have been.
yeah. Okay, so
God damn, that was close.
so
Shit.
I would say
You're lucky.
let's all let's see. I suppose right now we should roll initiatives.
Yeah. If it's, I mean, there's a big possibility that I saw that if it's running and it's making all these noises.
Yeah, I would say.
So
you,
I guess I saw that, right?
I would say you've definitely seen and heard it by now.
Right.
So
I got a 6 on my roll, and I've got my gun. So I guess that's something like
I got a
10
7.
or something.
7. So
So yeah. Just a quick question. Is it initiative gets modified when you use ranged weapons by plus what? Plus 4?
plus
Or
4.
2?
Yes.
Plus 4. Okay, so then my result's actually 10 because I'm
And
wielding
mine
a
would be
coffer.
and mine would be 11, I guess, too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Though-
we've got quite high rolls here.
Yeah. Because we both rolled natural 6s.
Yeah.
okay,
It's the
let's
highest.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, did you add your dexterity, by the way?
Oh shit! I didn't. Thanks for reminding me. If that's also added, I've also got an 11. Yeah.
And then if you had a talent so I didn't add dexterity, I added good reflexes, which because I don't have positive dexterity. But
Okay,
good
well, I don't have
reflexes
that
is a
reflex,
talent
yeah.
that gives you +1 initiative.
I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have a talent, unfortunately.
Okay. So
But we got the same result.
okay. So let's see. The initiative is going to be. And so, what did once again? What did everybody roll?
11, and then Lubin got an 11 as well.
11.
11. So, you guys basically act at the same time. So that's.
What did Eve get?
Oh, he's not in the combat right now, as far as.
Oh yeah, okay.
So it's just gonna be you two, unless Eve becomes aware of the situation and wishes to
I imagine as soon as I hear gunfire, I probably would, but I'll just sit out the round.
Okay.
But I will roll for initiative if you'd like.
Yeah. Roll for initiative too, and we'll just say you
Just to complicate things, I rolled a 6 as well.
Oh,
Haha.
it's
That's
a
cool.
3-way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna. So the initiative's going to be Joseph, Fernando, Will whenever he joins in the combat, this creature, and Clayton. So we'll start.
Well, I've got my weapon loaded.
We'll start with
Yeah.
Joseph.
Let's start with
You've got this. Yeah, you just got slashed in the back by this this thing, this
a
creature.
monstrosity.
Yeah, and it's like it hasn't obviously it hasn't knocked you down, but it's like right at your back. So what do you do in this first round of combat?
Now, I can't quite remember. So, do I have to use an action to disengage without provoking an opportunity attack, or is that something I'm remembering from a different system?
Sounds a bit foreign to MYFAROG.
What's up?
I was gonna say it sounds a bit foreign to MYFAROG.
It sounds to me. It sounds like I think it might be D&D 5e. At least that's what I'm remembering it as.
Even though I haven't played that in over 2 years.
It's weird.
I haven't played it in a few years either, but still.
Like, MYFAROG is basically just more complicated 5e and better,
Yeah, so you're going to... So basically, what I'm just going to assume is you want to try and get away from this thing.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get in.
I think you call that tactical retreat, right?
Oh, tactical retreat.
Or what is it? I think so.
What I would like to do is I would like to close whatever distance is left between me and the firing platform, then jump inside and open up on this thing with my assault rifle.
Okay, so I would say... What's your tempo?
40.
40. Okay, yeah, you can... I'd say you can definitely, just make it. Be able to hop in and just fire, a shot at this thing. So I'd say, roll your attack.
All right. And that's going to be a medium burst, which is 6 shots.
Okay.
That's a 12 to hit.
12 to hit. That is a near miss. So damage halved.
All right. This is to determine how many bullets hit. 2 of them.
Okay. So roll for your
2d10 plus 2 is going to be the damage. So, oh boy. Well, and then half. So that is a total of 10.
A total of 10. Okay. So yeah, you do 10 damage, which is actually just enough for a crit injury on this thing.
And I haven't even rolled cut and shock yet.
Sweet.
No. So let's see.
Yeah, you already took it down.
What you've done to this thing.
Something nasty.
Strike to the leg, knocked down. It lies down on the ground for 1 round. At least that's what I rolled. So yeah, you shoot this thing in the leg, and it like it falls down. So now it's Fernando's turn.
Well, I think I'll follow this example. I have +2. Yep. And that's what? Which one is that? Small arms. Oh, +3. Okay. Let's go. Man, I keep getting these these natural ones when I try to attack. Okay, so I got 4, which is nothing.
So you
compared to
so you got a
what-
nat 1.
Yeah, natural one. Just perfect.
I'm not gonna
isn't
be
it?
nice this time, so you're gonna fumble.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm gonna fumble, and I was gonna go and do a medium burst. That was my intention.
Let's see. What is the fumble? I don't remember. The fumble for specific for firearms. I'm trying to
Yeah, for
find it.
the
Oh.
HKG.
Okay,
HK, sorry,
yeah, roll-
HK416 Red Star, my weapon.
Yeah, roll a d20 for me to figure out what you
Yeah, sorry, just
what you do
give me
for
1 second.
your fumble.
I got a 4 on my fumble table.
Okay, you fail to shoot this round. I'm gonna say you basically flinch. You see this creature, and you immediately get like flashbacks to
Skinwalker, right?
the Skinwalker that you encountered
Yeah.
in Rockport. So like you get like that ping of like fear, and you basically
I got stunned by
you
fear.
flinch. So this
What the hell is this thing, man?
okay, so this we'll say this. Well, okay, well the cat's out of the bag. It's a Skinwalker. So the
I
Skinwalker
thought so.
it's on the ground. It it cried out in pain as you shot its leg out. And it's basically on its hands and knees. And now it's Clayton's turn. He's going to basically run behind the like the gun the what do you call it? I forget. The term's escaping me.
The firing position.
Yeah, he's gonna run behind that and take cover.
Firing platform, that's what it was.
The firing platform, yes. Yeah, that's what you said. So he's gonna basically just run behind it, and he's gonna pull out his revolver, and that's gonna be his action. So now it's round 2. It's gonna be round 2. Joseph's turn again. You are, the Skinwalker is. It's not stunned, but it fell down to the ground, and it's gonna be.
All right, I'm gonna, I guess, shoot it again with a medium burst, and hopefully do more damage this time.
Okay, roll your attack.
And does it have its DV reduced because it's on the ground?
It should. I can never remember off the top of my head what that number is or what that percentage is.
It's divided by 3. So I got a 10 to hit, and then so if a 12 was a near miss before it was knocked down, then a 10 to hit now should be exceeding it by 6.
Yeah, that's about right. So it would be a damage plus 2.
All right. This is the roll for how many shots. 6 of them.
Wow, man, I have a good feeling.
All right, that's 31
Yeah.
plus 2 plus 6 because each bullet is 1d10 plus 1. So that's
Nice.
39.
And that's 37. 39. Jeez.
It's dead.
Man, that was a good shot.
Yeah, you like how many like what like how many what kind of a burst did you do with that one?
Medium. So that's 6 shots.
So all 6 of your bullets hit. So yeah, you obviously it was that's basically a sitting duck. So like all six of your rounds go in, and it just goes limp again. So let's see if you can get that kill there. So obviously that's basically the end of the combat. But Will, he hears the screams and the gunfire like from behind them, the truck. So what's
I think Will would immediately wake up and be like, "Why is everyone shooting? What's going on?"
So for let's see, Trevor's basically gonna say, your boy's back there shooting at something. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's.
Hey, it's dead, man. You can stop worrying about it. You can come and take a look if you want to see what it's like, but I'm not sure you're gonna like it.
I don't
He
know
does
how
off for a
much
second.
I'll just hold it. I'll just go over to it and hold it up by the antlers. Well, hold as much of it as I can lift up by the antlers, because
I'll
I
give
imagine
you a hand. I'll come and help you.
because I imagine this thing is. You said it was about 7 feet tall,
Yeah,
so
it was like 7 foot tall, but it was kind of gangly, like, and kind of like, So, but
Well,
yeah,
it's
like
like
probably just
backwards.
from like the leverage alone, it would probably be difficult to like kind of hold it up. So.
Well, it's heavy as
So,
you
yeah.
might expect it to be, I guess.
Will,
Big creature.
he's gonna come out of the truck and
Yeah.
see.
I'll step out of the cab and go take a look.
So yeah, you walk out and you see from the from the lights of the like the 6 pickups that are now like kind of pulling up behind you from the rest of the convoy. You see in the reflection, no, not the reflection, it's just like it's almost now kind of like a silhouette of you see Joseph holding up the head of this grotesque creature that you now know as Skinwalker. It's dead now, obviously, but you were present during the very first one that you encountered, so you immediately know what it was.
Yeah, I'll probably be like, "Holy shit," and take a long swig of that moonshine, because I'm sure Will's never too far from it. So.
hey, save some for the fish, man.
I'm just surprised there's more of them out here. I thought we were clear of them.
Yeah, I thought the same, but well, what a pleasant surprise. Haha.
Well,
Yeah. Like, I don't know what Clayton has to make of this. So I can't wait to
So
see his
he's
face when he sees
basically
this.
just gonna peek up out of the peek up from behind the firing platform, and he's gonna just like, the fuck was that thing?
my compadres here tell me this is known as a skinwalker.
This
Yeah. It's,
skin. What now? What?
They've actually killed one before. Skinwalker, Native American legend.
Skinwalker. Yeah.
As I recall, it's some sort of cannibalistic beast that can make itself look like an animal or a person.
It's a monstrosity. I can't look at this thing without going crazy.
I mean, you're pretty close on its approximation, but I believe the like the skinwalker, it's actually a in Navajo legend, which is where it comes from, it's a like a witch. So it's like a witch that can change shape into a
Shapeshifter, right?
change shape into like whatever it chooses by like wearing like the skin of it like a pelt or something like that. But just they kind of get
Freaking Indian.
they kind of get at least with the creepy pasta version, they kind of get like mixed up with like the Wendigo, which is like a cannibalistic, like somebody. I think it's like somebody who got like possessed by like some type of evil spirit, and now they're kind of like, they have like cannibal kind of tendencies. They kind of remind me of like Ettins from like in MYFAROG. Kind of in nature. So but yeah, I digress. So
Yeah.
Clay is just kind of dumbfounded. He doesn't know what to say because he's never seen something like that before. Now,
well, I feel more bonded with Curtis now that he's seen some kind of shit that we've seen as well.
So now you hear. Actually, let's have all of you make a perception check now.
Oh my goodness! Look at that roll, baby.
I got a 12.
Natural 20.
I got a 1, so I think Will fell back asleep.
You're just a little groggy. You don't.
Yeah, you basically are kind of like the adrenaline kind of like hit you, and like you don't know exactly what's going on. You basically just woke up, so like your senses aren't quite there. Perhaps you've also been probably sipping on that moonshine and maybe having a little bit of Trevor's special cigarettes.
The jazz cabbage has hit hard, yeah. I think the injury probably is the underlying factor, but yeah, I think a mixture of it all is definitely made Will pretty tired.
So Will doesn't notice anything, but Joseph and Fernando definitely do. They hear out in like the trees round about where they're stopped. You hear basically repeated in Clayton's voice, almost perfectly, but not quite perfectly, him like say, "What the fuck was that thing?"
Oh, does it echo?
Oh, it wasn't.
Does it
it
repeat
wasn't
itself
an echo.
a couple
It
of
sounded
times?
like it basically almost sounded like he said it again, but in like the exact same the exact same tone, but like there's something a bit like odd about like the voice. But you just by hearing it,
But how many times did I hear that? How many times did we hear that? Just once?
That's basically like between like when Clayton said it, it was probably like maybe like a minute that you hear the voice like in the woods basically repeat what he said.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I heard that.
You're looking in
like one
Clayton's
or two
direction, but you don't see his mouth move. And he actually looks back into the woods. After, the voice, you hear the voice, and he's like, "Did you hear that, Clayton?" That's what he says.
I heard that.
That sounded like my fucking
I feel
voice,
like there's
man.
a whole. Yeah, man. I think we should. I think we should get the fuck out of here, or be ready to face a legion of these disgusting monstrosities.
Yeah. There's another thing that I always keep that I'm pretty sure I forgot to mention. There's another thing about the skinwalkers is that they smell like death. So
like decay, like rotting flesh.
Yeah, like rotting flesh. So you
I'm gonna
probably
take a good sniff of the air and
the adrenaline wears off. You get the stench of death in your nostrils.
Oh shit. Well, I guess everyone smells that.
Yeah. And
okay.
So, you basically say so what Fernando basically says is like, get the hell out of here.
Man, I think we should, or be ready to face a couple more of these. Maybe, I don't know how many, but that's why I asked. That's why I asked how many times do I hear his voice, the Clayton's like voice. Because I was thinking maybe if I hear it once, it's just another one. But what if I hear it like 10 times? That would be fucking
You
too
only
many.
heard it the one time.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe there's one more, and we could take it if you're fine with that. But
do we gain anything
I feel like a lot
sticking around?
Well, probably not.
Yeah.
To be honest, probably not. To be completely fair, but yeah, I feel like one of these encounters could be perhaps with some of, Clayton's men, and they probably won't be as lucky as we are.
Yeah. And we were very lucky that I didn't get more injured than I did. I'm bleeding a little, but I think I'm going to be good. You think we could try bandaging it up? My back's kind of... I'll just sort of turn around and point to it.
Yeah, you turn around. Joseph
erector spinae
turns around and motions towards like the massive claw marks on his back that are very very clearly bleeding.
So if we could have Trevor make a heal check, that'd be spectacular.
Trevor, what about Curtis's men? Aren't any of them any medics? Maybe he has some medic guy that's driving somewhere.
Let me see. Let me see.
I'm just trying to get you the best kind of help, Mr. Breckenridge. It would be nice to have a trained professional.
Let's see. Clayton is he's thinking, he's like, I think one of my men might know how to patch you up. So he's gonna kind of hurry over to the group of pickups and get one of his men. Now, as you are waiting for Clayton to come back, you think you can kind of see another pair of glowing eyes out in the woods, like off to the off on the side of the road, like in the tree line. It's probably about
Do they seem
100 feet away.
Oh shit. Okay.
At least 100 feet away.
I feel like there's a big probability somebody's gonna die from Clayton Curtis's party. But I'm gonna shout and just tell them to keep their eyes peeled. I'm gonna shout that as loud as I can.
Okay.
Keep your eyes peeled, Clayton. Watch yourself. There's more of those disgusting creatures roaming around.
Okay. So as probably about another couple minutes come by, and you start seeing Clayton coming back with another member of his group, and they're running in your direction. Now you start seeing the eyes in the tree line start moving, and it looks like they're
Okay, I'm gonna take aim towards them in case they get too close. I'm ready to blow those eyes, shut those eyes once and for all. In case they get too close. So okay. I'm gonna be holding my gun and aiming in that direction.
Okay, so they're Clayton and this guy are probably like 50 feet away from you guys when this grotesque wolf looking creature tackles Clayton to the ground. It has like those same similar features to the skinwalker, the first skinwalker that you saw, but it has more wolf-like features instead of deer-like features. So let's see what kind of damage this thing does to Clayton.
Man,
it's gonna be regular damage.
These things are
everywhere. It does 5 damage. 5 damage. No cut. And no shock either. Let's see. What's his? Let me make sure that didn't do a crit on him. I don't know why I keep closing the freaking calculator.
Crit's a quarter.
Yeah.
If it
does
more or
it does do a crit injury.
Yeah.
So.
Aye.
Critical injury. Now I gotta find that table. 5 damage. 5 damage. No cut. 5 damage. 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 5 I know where the table is. Okay.
I can keep track of criticals if you want.
Yeah. So let's see what he does. Oh no.
Oh no!
Now I have
What
to
did you
roll.
roll?
I rolled a 20, so I have to roll
Horrible.
for horrible
Oh
crit
no!
damage.
Shit.
Oh boy.
This is the worst. I think you
Well,
killed the leader of those rabbit dogs, the fucking megalomaniacs.
well, if that
15.
happens, then we're the leaders now, so I won't lose too
Yeah, we're
much
just
sleep over
gonna.
it.
15. Bloated chest if
I
no
wouldn't stay back.
armor's worn, lungs and heart. He's dead. Instant death.
Ah, yeah. God damn it. Well, I'm just gonna unload then, if that's done with. Do I
Yeah.
need to roll initiative?
I'm gonna say, yeah. Do your action and then we'll roll initiatives.
So now we
Okay.
have 11 guys in our convoy other than ourselves and Trevor. Good. I'm keeping track of this. So.
It
Well,
would
we're
have been
massing an army.
you'd have 12. You had 13 plus, it was 12 plus Trevor, so it would have been 13, so you have 12 exactly now.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oh my god, what am I doing? I keep trying to do an attack roll and I keep getting 1s and 2s. Okay, I got a 5. That's probably not gonna hit, is it?
No, it's not. It's not gonna hit.
Did
don't
you add your
fumble,
gonna
mod?
be
you,
Did I have my what?
Did you add your mod?
Yeah, I added all mods and I got 5, which
Huh.
is like miserable. Well, I rolled 2 naturally. I can't like have much more than 3 or 4 for a mod. So I miss, but I also did a small burst. What was it, like a light burst? Small burst?
It was a small burst, so what's that, like 4 rounds? I think.
4, yeah. But if I miss, then there's no point for me rolling them. But I'll just assume that I wasted 4 bullets.
You spend 4 rounds regardless.
So, yeah, I spent 4 bullets for nothing.
Yeah, so
well,
you basically.
I guess I kind of, yeah.
You see this horrific, like wolf-like creature, just, like tackle Clayton to the ground and just like basically just crushes his chest and just starts.
Oh man, does he even let out? Oh shit! He probably lets out a death sigh.
Yeah, probably. And you just kind of not even really thinking. You just like raise your gun and just like open fire. Not even like really aiming. You're just hoping that anything would hit this beast, and nothing does. So now we can roll initiative. So Will is out there with the guys, right? Or did he go back into the truck?
No, I think he's probably with the guys. Yeah, he's up now.
Okay, so you can roll for initiative too. Do you have your weapon, however?
I probably would have brought my MP5. Yeah, I don't think you would have left the truck without a weapon. So.
Okay, so you have your MP5. So yeah, roll initiative. +4 because you have a missile weapon.
I got 10.
Nice.
I got a 7.
Good. That's good.
7.
I got a 6.
6. So let's see.
By the way, if you would like to, for someone or me, I can keep track of 1 or 2 like rolls if you wanna like make it lighter on your end.
I think I'm doing okay, but if it gets a bit much, I mean, I appreciate the offer.
If there's any kind of roll, yeah, I can keep track of, for example.
Yeah, I do kind of like feel like
shocks and stuff. Yeah,
I do feel like I definitely kind of often forget to roll cut and shock. So like,
yeah,
if I forget to roll it, if I forget to roll for it, you can keep track of that. So anyway,
Okay.
here is the initiative. The initiative is going to be Joseph, Will, Fernando, and the Skinwalker.
Yeah. Are we doing morale or no? Like fright mods or no?
Oh yeah, morale.
I mean, it's up to you, right?
Let's see. Actually, I would say since you've already encountered one Skinwalker, I'd say let's forego the fright.
We're yeah, okay. We already know what it's like, so I'm not scared of it, but maybe people for the first time that see it might be.
Oh yeah,
At the same
I'll
time, we did just see a guy get brutally murdered.
Yeah, we saw
Yeah,
that.
so
Yeah,
I would
very,
say you would probably take mental health damage for that. I think for
okay.
dying horribly, I think that's
Well, he did
see
die
person
quite
die
a bad
horribly.
death.
It's a D4 mental damage.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna take the full amount. Hurry.
So yeah, D4 whatever.
So I got -4 mental health. Let's go.
That's a -1 for me. I will mark that down.
Okay. So I'll roll for the one guy that Clay was bringing back to patch up Joseph. I'm gonna roll for his morale.
I hope I don't lose any more
he
mental
gets a
health
0.
because I think I'm gonna go.
So he's gonna panic and flee for.
Aye. The little doctor guy. God damn it.
He's gonna panic and flee for 2d6 rounds, and is traumatized, and will be traumatized. So
Man, this guy.
He didn't sign up for that.
Yeah, he's gonna basically just take off down the highway, at full speed, just screaming for his life, and you could probably see he probably pisses himself, he's
Oh man.
takes off in a full sprint down the highway for 6 rounds. So that's
Okay, I'll keep track of that.
Either way, the initiative is Joseph, Will, Fernando, and the Skinwalker. So it's Joseph's turn now.
Slayer of Skinwalkers, also known as.
I guess I will attempt to dispatch this thing in the same fashion as I dispatched its. I was going to say its friend, but I guess Skinwalkers don't really have friends that I know of.
No.
So it's the other one, I guess. So that'll be a medium burst, and that is a 21 to hit.
A 21 to hit. That is 21 to hit. That is. Oof.
That is spicy.
Well, you absolutely hit it. I just need to figure out what your plus is.
While you're figuring that out, I'm going to roll for the amount of bullets that hit.
Yeah.
All 6 again.
Oh my god, this guy. What is going on?
Nice rolls, man. Nice rolls.
I think me and Lubin
single-handedly saving us.
We switched Humming.
What did you say?
That's
damage,
damage plus 8.
Because I remember the one session I rolled 4 nat 1s, and now it's him that's rolling 1s and 2s.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
You do damage plus 8.
That's 6d10
on
plus-
each shot. Oh
plus
my god.
14 in total.
14 in total.
Yeah, so that is
So that's
a total of
46. 46.
So that is a total then of 46 what he said. Or no, 40 46.
You annihilate this thing.
I'm really
Man.
sorry. I'm really
You're just- no, you
hogging
shouldn't
the
apologize.
glory.
You're just absolutely.
I think it's beautiful.
Carrying.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
it's awesome. Yeah.
you just like. And I even
You're,
gave this one a little bit more HP.
Today's
and
your
just
day.
Steamrolled this thing.
you need to give
Goes
them a
on
lot
how
more HP.
deadly, how much HP you can really dish out with guns. Like, that's a lot of damage. You just,
Yeah, guns
know.
are.
You know what would be a really cool
Guns are
cryptid
not
fight
toys.
would be like a
Yeah.
Thunderbird, and I bet that could be a lot deadlier.
I might just brainstorm that whenever I get the chance. But no,
Good idea.
nevertheless, Joseph, he's at the ready. He points his rifle at this disgusting creature, and he just unloads on it, and it screeches like it screeches for a little bit, and then it just falls on its back, dead.
Man, you're getting the hang of this. Good job.
Yeah, I guess. It would be really fortuitous is if we got back into the truck, and of course we're still listening to that Outlaw Country, and Big Iron came on. I think that would just make the moment perfect.
I kind of. Okay,
I'm gonna
so
roll for
I guess
that.
this is dead, right?
Yeah, it's dead. It's very, very much
Can I
dead.
go and fetch the other dude that was running? I want to have him because he's the medic. He's like the most useful guy out of all these guys with the trucks.
Yeah, you can run after him. You might be able to catch him.
Yeah, I'm
with
gonna
your,
run after
your
him.
baseball legs.
I will catch him. I will. I'm very fast. My tempo is more than usual. My tempo is at 40 plus 5 times 3, so my tempo is 45. So if he is maybe 50 feet away and he ran for a round, probably catch him in 8 rounds of running. So I'll catch up with this guy in 8 rounds.
Okay. So
Okay.
So yeah, you're just gonna take off after this medic that
Yeah.
your recently deceased
Yeah, we need the guy.
comrade was bringing to you, and
And when I catch up to him, I'm gonna topple him on the ground and kind of lay over him and try and hold him so he calms down until he calms down. Almost hugging him, but not really. Just wrestling him. Not wrestling him, but you know what I mean. Just
Yeah,
holding him so he calms down.
he's in a panic and a frenzy, and he's just flailing underneath you and just screeching just
Okay,
in
I'm
terror.
gonna try and punch him and knock him out so he calms down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that punch him and knock him out so he calms down.
Well, that kind of works, to be honest, because
Yeah,
then
I'm gonna
won't-
say make a melee attack. If you roll a natural 20,
Cool. Well, you know what? In my head, it makes sense. Hey, I actually got a good attack. I got a 14. and I got plus, I think 2 to that, so that's 16.
Okay.
And
I'm
I'm
not
aiming
gonna have
for
you
his
roll
like head. I want to knock
damage
him
for
out.
this because you're not trying to hurt the
Yeah.
guy. But
No, I'm trying to make him go unconscious.
yeah. So
Because he's flailing too much.
So
And he needs to calm down a little bit.
you rolled a 14, you said.
16 with mods.
16, so that's going to be a... Okay, here's what we're going to do. You're going to do damage plus... It's damage plus 1, but we're going to say... Like, have that and apply that difference to your shock mod.
Okay. Let's check this out.
Like as
Check
a minus,
the
because you're trying to get a lower roll.
consequence. No, that was 12 for shock as a minus. So that's kind of high, unfortunately. But do I get like I'm pretty sure I get mods for hitting people with my hands, right? I'm gonna check that because I'm pretty sure unarmed attacks kind of work that way. Yeah, unarmed is a +2 shock, so that's actually 15. So it's really hard to knock somebody out without weapons.
So, oh, I forgot to. So
I don't knock him out. Yeah.
I think we're doing it.
I don't knock
backwards.
him out.
Like we're not adding it to the roll; we're subtracting it.
Yeah, but even if I subtract it, it's still too high. I think 13 is way too high for -1 to affect it, and it's not even 13; it's 15, because unarmed attacks
So what
are.
did you? So you roll a 3d6. What did you roll like total? Like no mods added.
Total no mods 13, with mods
And how
15,
much?
with your mods 14.
So how much damage did you do to that guy? +1.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't roll for damage. You told me not to roll for damage.
I'm sorry, I changed my mind. What I meant to say is roll your damage +1, half it, and apply that as a modifier to your shock roll.
No, the damage is 2, and as a modifier, it's gonna be half that, so 1. It's not gonna do anything. I don't think I'm gonna knock him out. I think I'm definitely gonna hurt him, but maybe that will be enough to kind of break him from panic.
So you just
unarmed attacks have a -2 shock mod as well, I believe.
I think he just said he mentioned that he does get like a -2.
Yeah, but it's not -2; it's +2.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
+2, and yeah, it's +6 for shock for cut. Sorry, +2 for shock and +6 for cut, because it's really hard to knock somebody out bare hands. I mean, you got to be a boxer to do that. And my character is not a boxer. And I didn't use a weapon.
So you basically.
But anyway, I wanted to hit him so he calms down. Just the question is, will it have an effect or not? I don't know. It remains to be seen.
Well, so yeah, you we're just gonna say like you punched the guy to try and like get him to stop, and you
calm down. Yeah.
He kind of snaps back a little bit, like his like screaming kind of stops. You know, you kind of like knock some sense into him.
Yeah, I'm like, relax, man, relax. It's all good. It's all good. You know, calm down. I hope he calms down.
Okay, so he's obviously he's like he's hyperventilating, but after like a minute he kind of his breathing like slows down, and he.
Yeah. I saw that I kind of hit him, and some blood is running down his nostril. A little bit.
Yeah. So, if I'm assuming that you eventually you let him stand up, and he he'll stand up, and
yeah. and I want to walk him back to the truck with the rest of us, so he can do his medicine. That's kind of a barbaric way of
Okay.
forcing him
so-
to do it, but honestly, I just don't want him to get like injured, and he's like the most valuable NPC because we don't have somebody with healing.
Okay. Well, he's gonna look at Joseph. He's gonna try and stop his bleeding.
When it's when he calms down and he's not like under the effect of panic, so he can do his job properly. Yeah, for sure.
So he's gonna, once he comes more to his senses, he's gonna try and stop Joseph's bleeding.
Yeah, it's because bleeding sucks your HP
Which he does.
slowly.
He does stop bleeding, and he heals 1 HP.
Nice.
Man, this guy. I'm glad I'm glad I punched him. Okay, that's good. Now you don't have bleeding, and you also got 1 HP back. Super duper.
With this healer in your amazing rolls tonight, I think we could easily kill 100 skinwalkers.
Hopefully, it doesn't come to that.
Oh, I hope so. But then again, it looks like it's the night for sending them back to where do they even come from? Wherever they come from.
Who knows where they come from? Like, obviously they come from Navajo legend, which is weird because the Navajo people are on the other side of the country. They're more in like Arizona and whatnot. But similar creatures have been seen all throughout the United States, and that's basically like the closest term that they can use about it. Whether they are actual like supernatural beings or they're just people or other creatures mutated by radioactive fallout, no one is 100% sure. But no, whatever the case, these creatures exist and they can be very deadly.
I'm no scientist,
you,
but I'm pretty sure if it
medic
were the
man.
radiation, they would just have tumors.
In the real world, yes, they would.
It might
like-
be more than just radiation.
It's like, what are we being attacked by? I don't know. It looks like a squirrel with cancer.
That would be quite a
Oh,
sight.
a skinwalker taking the form of a squirrel wouldn't be very menacing, but it would certainly be one of the
It'd be like it would be almost like
clever.
it would be almost like the rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, it would be like that. Yeah. It would have a certain element of comedy to it.
Yeah.
I'm glad we can laugh after we've killed 2 of these bigger
Yeah. So
specimens of.
we've got this guy from Southern Discomfort, which my wife thinks sounds like hemorrhoids. But
Well, I can't blame. To be honest, I also would think something kind of resembling that.
yeah. So
Southern discomfort.
we've got this guy that the late Clayton Curtis brought over. He hits the
Yeah.
mark and he stops the bleeding. Joseph
Yeah.
bleeding.
Yeah, Mr. Medic Man.
We should give him a name. He might be important later on.
I think he's very important to have a healer.
Well, yeah, he might be saving us a lot later on. I mean to say.
Yeah, I mean, I want to shake his hand and thank you. Thanks for being a true professional.
Yeah, he'll I mean, you can see he's still like kind of he's still a little shaken. He takes your hand and shakes it, but it's like kind of like almost like a very limp like a very limp handshake is where
Yeah.
you might have a much firmer handshake.
Hey man, sorry about earlier, but you were flipping out, man. You had to be stopped. You were out of control. I hope you don't hate me for it.
He just kind of shakes his head. Is like, honestly, like I don't even know like what happened. Like it was just like 1 second I'm walking with Clay, and the second like you're fucking like punching me in the head. This is like,
Man, you just had a blackout. It's completely normal. You know what? Just don't think about it right now. We're about to get out of a very nasty, what could have been a very nasty situation to begin with, but we got lucky.
So where's Clay?
Oh
Dead.
shit. He's dead. Yeah.
Did you not see
No,
him on
very
the
good.
ground?
Yeah. He couldn't make it. That thing, the skinwalker,
like,
just impaled him.
he kind of blanks out, like, and then he's like, oh shit, like that's what happened. It's like, and then he's
Yeah, man.
he's kind of just rambling. It's like he's in just disbelief.
Yeah, it's not a pretty picture. I mean, if you want to look at him, that's up to you. But I'd recommend you just forget about Clay and kind of embrace the, I suppose, new leadership.
Embrace the new leadership.
Southern discomfort.
Well, there's no other way.
Management.
That there has never been anything that somebody has said that has reminded me more of like how of how friggin' Lavrenti Beria acts in The Death of Stalin. Like,
Embrace
just
new leadership or something.
Yeah. Like,
I didn't mean it to sound like that, but I don't know what to say, man.
I am the doctor. If anyone watching has seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. These guys, of course, are not cultured enough. How many views do we average, by the way, out of curiosity?
Not very many.
So statistically, nobody watching has seen the movie, probably. But so nobody will get my reference.
Well,
That's
I mean,
unfortunate.
I haven't seen it either. It's fine, but embrace the new leadership just rolls off my tongue when I thought about it, so I just said it. And to be honest, I mean, it's dramatic, but this whole thing is a bit dramatic.
Right.
Well, that's kind of the point of TTRPGs. You can play out very dramatic situations in a risk-free environment.
Yeah. So getting back to the game.
Sorry.
We've got shit. What's his name? Trevor.
Yeah.
He's
Peace be upon Clay.
If you boys are all right, I'm gonna hit the hay here. Like I'm dead tired from driving all day.
Okay, just make sure not to smoke the hay as well, because we know you're like smoking a lot.
make no promises.
Okay. Yeah. I'll probably also do the same if everyone's okay with me closing my eyes and not that I could see anything anyway. It's so dark and cloudy, right? It's because it's cloudy. It's probably even darker.
Yeah, it's basically it's like a moonless night.
What day of the week is it? Because I remember last session we were talking about how I had enough experience to go up to level 6, but then I think it was Eve who reminded us that that in MYFAROG you have to wait until Sunday. Yeah. Or was it Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah, I think that was either Lubin or
I don't even know.
Jeremy. But yeah, I think it's Sunday. Sunday night, something like that.
Or Sunday or Saturday. I don't know.
I think it could be Saturday night. It's one of the two, but
I got the correct. I think leveling up was a little bit strange in this game in terms of other.
Yeah, it's like I haven't. I think it's like the. I sometimes have a little bit of difficulty keeping track of everybody's XP, so that's my own fault. I apologize for that. So.
That's actually everybody's fault.
Well, I've been keeping track of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're very good at it. I sometimes lose track. So it says, huh? I swear to God, I saw that somewhere about the Saturday thing.
Yeah, I saw it too after you told me. Oh, I even found the power of will thing, but I didn't find that.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's basically if you have positive will, like if you got +1, you could use it once a day, or as many times as your. If you got 2, you could use it 2. If you got +3, 3.
So you're trying to figure out what day of the week it is, or you want to know it?
Yeah, but it's either Saturday or Sunday, and I don't really see a big difference between the two. I think it was Saturday because it was like cleaning day or something like that. I don't know.
We'll say it was a Saturday, just to make things easy. So it's Saturday going into Sunday, or it's a Saturday night going into Sunday morning.
All right, so I'll level up in between sessions then, and I don't know, like Jeremy, if you would like to let them level up as well, just out of the admission that they have probably garnered about as much experience as Joseph.
Yeah, I think at this point we're going more off of almost like a milestone sort of thing, in a way.
Yeah, more like kind of a chapter. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys were like what? You guys were like what? Level 6?
Level 5.
I was 6 even before, I think.
I was under the assumption that you started the campaign under level 5 and you had leveled around level 6 around when the time I started. So I think we are going close to level 7.
I think 7 is correct because mine is 6. So I think everybody would be at that.
I
then again, you rolled some sick rolls, so I guess.
I was under the impression that everybody was level 6, like after like the I believe it was the raid at the penitentiary.
The raid.
Oh yeah, I think I might have forgotten to level up after that. Yeah.
So.
Oh well, you would have just done more damage. You would have just done like instead of 32, maybe you would have done like even higher. I'm thinking you want to break like the threshold for most damage done. I think your latest roll is like the most damaging roll I've ever seen in MYFAROG. Doing like in all of MYFAROG history, I've not seen a better roll in terms of damage. Like I mean, 46 is like the highest I've ever seen somebody do in one round damage to a single target. That's like a record for the game altogether.
So
yeah, it's like definitely up there.
So
Yeah, I might have set a world record, guys.
you might have.
Yeah, you have actually.
So,
That is
Like,
for sure.
I'm sure we're not the only people who have played The Coming. So maybe someone else
I'm
has gotten
sure,
higher with a machine
but
gun.
yours is legitimate and also recorded, so yours is in for sure
okay. So
forever legit.
let's say, I think at this point, you guys aren't gonna be moving any further because your truck driver is packing it
Trevor
in
is
for the night.
sleeping.
Trevor's sleeping.
Yeah.
So
Trevor is sleeping. Don't make any loud noises.
So would it
'cause
be,
he's gonna get a flashback.
yeah. So at this point, like you guys are pretty much stuck here on the side of the road for the night. So
Yeah.
it probably.
Oh, and I kind of want to just really curious. Let's. I want to ask the medical dude his name if he has one that he remembers after that traumatic experience.
You ask the medic. He says his name is Kyle.
Cool. All right, Kyle.
Is there anything else that I can do for you? That's Kyle speaking. Before I head back to the
No, Kyle. I think you did a lot, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head back to the truck, and I'm gonna. Get some
Oh, you're
sleep.
going to your own truck. I think you want to stay.
But
All right, just go wherever you like, Kyle. You just got your own ideas. That's okay.
It's like I've been. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to. You'd be able to make room in that.
Fit in here. Yeah.
In the,
Yeah. Of course,
in the
of course.
cab of that truck, 'cause
But I'm thinking that we badly need a medic, and now your leader is dead. I don't know if you want to kind of consider lending us a hand.
I mean, we've made a pact. We've made a pact with you guys, so I have absolutely no problem with helping in any way that I can.
Yeah.
We should also probably have someone drive the interceptor. Like, do we have anyone who didn't bring a truck?
Well, you have 12 men and 6 people, so you have kind of just six.
Plenty
6
of
other
drivers.
guys.
Yeah, so we'll have one of them driving the police car.
All right.
Man, that critical horrible damage is really horrible.
All right, so obviously the car is still in the in the median, and so let's see. Kyle's actually gonna volunteer to get that interceptor out of there and onto the side of the road with the rest of the convoy.
Yeah. Well, I want to go and pick up Mr. What's his name? Cray? Yeah.
Clayton.
Sorry, Clayton. Sorry, Cray. Clayton. What was his other name?
Curtis.
Yeah. I want to go and take Curtis's remains and kind of throw something over him. Like, I'm gonna get one of our blankets and throw it over his body. That's okay. So we don't look at that grotesque thing anymore. And I suggest we hold the skinwalkers together and burn them
or something like that, or bury them or something, because they're also very disgusting looking. But we're on the road, right?
Yeah, you're on the highway. You're off on the other side of the road in the highway.
Well, I don't know how likely it is for other cars to go, but
You
let's move
probably
out
have
of the way, I
seen
guess.
maybe like you could probably count on like your fingers how many other vehicles you saw since you got on the highway. That's not counting the that's not counting the interceptor and the other the trucks.
So it's very, 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 very quiet.
Yeah.
Very quiet. Well, in any case, I feel like it's just a better idea to park the cars on the side of the road rather than in the center.
Yeah, and either way, like everybody's got some sort of weapon, so if anybody were to get in trouble, you can very easily dispatch them.
Dispatch them. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw a blanket over Curtis's dead body, and tomorrow I'm just gonna go to Mr. Breckenridge and tell him tomorrow we gotta tell the other men the news of their leader's death, and essentially that they've got a promise to keep to their leader before they disband. What do you think?
The question is, should we have them disband at all?
Oh, you mean you want to keep them after?
Well, yeah. As I see it, the more manpower we can have.
Sure.
Like, if you think that it would
I
be...
see your point, yeah. I mean, if they volunteer, maybe. I mean, you can't make them, right? You can't force them. But I feel like they'll feel obliged because it was their leader. But maybe they'll grow to like us as well, and then they'll want to stay. But of course, some of them might want to go, and that's fine, I guess. Unless you want to keep them all.
They all heard that speech I made when I was negotiating with Clayton Curtis. They all know that glory awaits
they're
us.
power hungry. Yeah, I agree.
I think we can keep these guys under arms. We can keep them in the convoy, and we'll just have, like, not only would that be a big deterrent for Soviet forces wanting to ambush us, that would also be like, when we actually do a raid on that factory, we're going to have more hands to load guns.
Yeah.
We're to load guns into the trailer. We're going to have more. We're going to have, like, we could have them launch a diversionary attack, or some of them launch a diversionary attack somewhere else.
Yeah, for sure.
To draw Soviet forces.
Yeah, we got more, like, options with more people for sure.
Yeah.
And they're just there. They're helpful for our cause.
Yeah. You've got a lot. Yeah, you got a lot going for you guys with this convoy. So at this point, like,
well, I guess this guy's death was a blessing in disguise, wasn't it?
I mean, you guys already had them, like, under, your alliance before his death, but
yeah, but now they're totally
they're kind of free agents
and
at this
easy.
point.
They're not as willing to be separate. They're not separatists. They won't be so separatist now as if there were another figure leading them.
Like, I think what Ruben's trying to say is they have no leader to look to but us.
Yes.
Yeah. Right now, it's like this situation where this guy died, and now they don't know what to do.
All right.
believe at
I
this
suppose we should probably follow Trevor's example and find places to sleep.
Yeah. At this point, it would probably be best for all of you to get some rest and recover from that. And that being said, I believe this would probably be the good time to end the session for today.
Yep, sounds good.
For sure.
So I'm gonna stop
Good session.
Sounds like a good one.
stopping the recording.